Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Fallout 4. We're all here on this roof here because Father, he's not in the Institute anymore. He's right here on top of the CIT building, I believe this place is called. Hang on. Yeah, CIT Ruins. Why he's up here, I'm not entirely sure. I don't really have a good feeling about this, but I'm sure we can spin a tale of how we were the only survivors and that everyone perished before us. Let's do this.
Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
Then why come out here?
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They kept me alive, too.
They did, indeed. I
Yeah.
was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
You let me out?
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision.
Why let me out now? After all this time.
Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Of course, I still love you, Sean. I always will.
Yep. That's the thing about the Nora mod. All the things she says, it can be said at any point. Like, here, I'll show you.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do.
It's pretty much the same.
Well, it's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on.
I don't know
I
what
will
happened
refrain
there.
from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Oh. So, maybe we didn't entirely convince him. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Oh, and also another mod I installed was this. All this greenery. This is not supposed to be here. It's a healthier Commonwealth mod where things are more lifelike, more green trees and grass. It looks a lot better. Hey, I know we only met a few seconds ago.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Okay. Lead the way. Is it up here? I believe so. A lot of people are gathered around. Alright. This isn't gonna be suspicious that I'm wearing railroad armor.
It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Phase 3.
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Compromises?
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Reactor?
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone.
Yeah,
While
I
I'm
killed
not
him.
overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please, everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Interesting.
Hey.
Yes?
Alright, time to get back into your power
See what I
armor.
can do.
Wait, that Courser is available as my companion?
Allie.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're gonna have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's all. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Okay. Or inform the Brotherhood. Yeah, I'm not siding with the Brotherhood, so might as well do this. I just got text from Ty. He says, feel like taking down El Sueño tonight? Pretty much asking, do I want to play Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands? Sure, I'll get with him in a second, and for once I might actually record it, because we've had a lot of fun with it. It's a pretty vulgar game with language and stuff, so I'll put a strong language warning in the title, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I'll get with this chicken in a second and text Ty. Heck yeah. Exclamation point. I'll see what needs to be done here, and then what? Rallying to the mass fusion will make you a permanent enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel. Do you wish to proceed? Yeah. I don't care. We're going against the Brotherhood of Steel. You are now enemies with the Brotherhood of Steel. I don't even know what that mission was. Well, now we're enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel. Lovely. I don't care. I want to join up with the Railroad. That's who I want to be a part of. I don't care if the Institute seems all nice and shiny and all that stuff. They're still keeping those synths as slaves, and just because
Here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
and just because synths sometimes join up with raiders and all that such does not mean that happens every single time. Take Nick Valentine, for example. He is an awesome detective and a great guy. I like him. He's an awesome synth. And it just goes to show the Railroad is the right way. Yeah, you know what else has found you? These nukes. Fire away. Didn't stand a chance. He's gone. He does not exist in this world or any other world. Well, actually, there he is. I failed a lot of quests. Bye-bye. This thing. I love this thing. Oh, there is someone in here. Correction, there used to be someone in here. Yeah, you're right. No mercy. Can't feel your anything. I forgot to turn off God mode. Okay, now God mode's off. Now I can actually get hurt. Gotta take that into consideration now. Well, I guess I'll leave this off here then. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe for more videos like these. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.